How attached are you to your life? Life has always felt like a game to me, and the older I get, the more it feels that way. Hollow. It doesn't feel like there's any real meaning to anything I do. Everyone starts out with a different set of circumstances. Some are born with the resources to enjoy a sense of dignity and acceptance throughout their lives, while others aren't. Some are rich in family and friends, with at least a safety net and a support system to keep their head above water when they make certain decisions. They have the breathing room needed to find new opportunities. You're expected to play by the same rules regardless of how prepared you are to play, and how biased the rules are for or against you in your particular circumstances.
Let me remind you that we're here to give you a chance.
A chance?
Success requires you to navigate systems established by those who own them. You have to do the right things for the right people in order to integrate into the rat race. At no point is your individuality or judgment valuable. You're only useful as a cog, preferably an easily replaceable one. Competition makes everything scarcer than it actually is, and life only becomes harder as you go, as you become older and less appealing to the owning class. Everyone is desperate not to be the one left behind. To compete is to exhaust yourself fighting for a moment of security. Refusing to play along means condemning yourself to slow death by starvation, exposure, and disease. We all have our own unique circumstances that provide us with advantages and disadvantages from birth, but one of these stands out above the rest: money. No matter what personal deficiencies you have, money can negate or at least reduce their impact on your life. And that's really important, because life for the working class feels like it's in a constant state of decay. You're always a day late and $1 short. It's hard to enjoy the little things in life when you aren't able to meet your basic needs. But no matter how much you struggle, you can't seem to get them all.
Know how much it costs to be in a hospital? Not to mention how much all the drugs are?
Insurance will help pay for them.
Insurance? Help us?
You may be able to keep your head above water temporarily, taking on debt if needed to buy more time, but eventually you give up more and more of your life to your creditors. As you encounter setbacks, as we all do, you become more and more desperate. Each setback makes breathing room that much scarcer until you become destitute.
Mr. Guion,
A dead man walking.
earlier, you signed away your physical rights. Your name's Song Guion, 47 years old. You attended Daehan Technical High School. Worked at Dragon Motors, Assembly Team 1. Company laid you off 10 years ago. Opened a chicken shop and then a small snack bar. Both of them failed. You're working as a chauffeur right now. 160 million won owed just to loan sharks. And you owe 250 more to the bank.
Then there's the personal debt. If you're lucky enough to have people who care about you to help you get along, then it's easy to feel that under all this pressure, that you're either an asset to them or a liability, as if you're only worth what you're worth in the context of the game. You give and take. You give so that you can take, and you take so that you can give, and you meticulously calculate and project, or maybe just hope and pray that everything works out in the end. Some people choose not to play, but quitting is never really an option. When push comes to shove, the artificial scarcity of competition ensures that it's always coming to the breaking point. Really, what would you do to preserve your shot?
Player 199 eliminated.
If you decide to play, the time and energy that you trade are not mere commodities, but the actual stuff of which your life is made. Eventually, you play the game so much that you become accustomed to its rules and it changes who you are. You may find yourself stressed out and angry or exhausted and numb, unable to enjoy even the simplest things in life. As you progress, it becomes increasingly difficult to pretend that you are the person you think you are.
That's tricking your friend like that. make sense to you?
Over time, you're trading a part of yourself. The more time you relegate to playing the game in order to protect what you value in life, the more you become disconnected from that life.
Yes, this is it. My wife and I had this one here. I raised my son right in here.
You have no time or energy to enjoy what you're working so hard for. Gradually, these missed moments begin to mount.
I came home, Ma. Hey, Ma.
That cash is your reward for your hard work and luck. And you have every right to use it now. Life goes by quick. Here 1 minute. Gone in a blink.
You don't feel any guilt for what you did, do you?
It's yours now.
The truth is, most of us are players because we have to be. Although it is possible to win the game, if you start with just enough advantage and are willing to mercilessly exploit others when the stars align for your shot. The cost of that win may be more than you can bear.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
The real winners are those in the owning class who no longer have to play. If you're one of those people who will stop at nothing to win the game and join the owning class, you may find yourself winning only to realize you have lost everything you once had and stood for.
Oh, well, in my childhood, I always had so much fun out doing things with all of my friends. We'd lose track of time for hours. I wanted to just feel something. Just one last time before I die.
The game takes everything you have, and the game is all that you know.
Yes, that's real. All you know. And the house I used to live with my family in was almost exactly like that one in the alley.
In the end, there is no good answer, and the reality is very cruel. Many people don't really want to play. Many seek places of refuge and alliances as opportunities to break from playing the game.
Don't you remember? When you and I swore that we were Gambu buddies. Gambu always share everything with each other no matter what.
Everyone is faced with the choice of how to manage the work-time money-life balance, what trade-offs to make. For most, there is no winning. But hopefully, they can finish with enough of their humanity intact to die well, having lived a good life. On behalf of Braindancer, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoy our content, consider buying us a coffee on Ko-Fi, or becoming a member of our Patreon. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Have a good day.